Hey, good morning, everybody. Day 27 of this journey that I'm on, finding finding myself, getting closer to God. Pretty much handing my life over to God and allowing myself to give control to Him over my life. Right. I think that's been the scariest part of this journey, and being a person that's tried to be in control of every situation and always felt that any problem or any situation that I've been, as long as I've had control over it, I've been able to manage and find my way out, right? Um, Again, going back into last week's conversation, I mean, it's a feeling where you feel lost, but at the end of the day, you have that grind in you that allows you to keep pulling forward, right? And it kind of goes back to this conversation that I had last week, and a certain person kind of told me, and when she told me this, it made sense. It made so much sense to me. Kind of gave me goosebumps when I spoke to her about it. But basically, what she told me was you need two things to be able to progress in this journey, right? And first of all, first thing you need is faith, right? Faith. Second thing you need is action, right? I firmly believe that action was something I've never lacked in, right? Um, and I think God put me in certain situations in order to build that certain type of action inside of me, right? And for this case or this subject, we'll define action as fortitude, right? As that will inside of you that need to be great, that need to be and continue going when you fall down, right? I think I've always had that, ever since my dad passed away. I think going through all those steps and emotions and that journey in itself kind of built me to be the person that I am today. And it's definitely a person that doesn't give up, and going back to day one when I started this journey 27 days ago. It was crazy, right? It was crazy because at that specific point in time I gave up, and I was fed up with life, and I was fed up with the situation and the way things were going, and I was just disgusted with myself in so many ways, you know and looking back to that day, I mean, it and feeling what I feel today, it's amazing how far I've gone in these 27 days, and again, just talking to people, hearing their side of things, and being able to kind of relate to them and their stories, and what they've heard other people go through and stuff like that, and it's 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 a feeling of right now, a feeling of gratitude that I have for these people in my life, and even though they're like 5, 10 minutes, 30-minute conversations that I have with these people, it's it's I can't find the words to explain it, man. It feels great. Okay, so going back to this topic, right? Faith in action. Okay, again, action was something that I felt that I've always had. Right, God built me this way to have, or put me all through all these obstacles, put me through all these pains, and these lessons to be able to have the strength that I have today, right? The one thing that I always lacked in, though, and again, firmly believe this, and I'm not gonna deny it or beat around the bush. Faith was something I lacked in a lot. Okay, I had faith in myself, right? Faith in myself, I had. Just faith in other people, I didn't. Faith in God, I didn't. Right? I've always thought and I've always felt that everything that I've done to this day, I've done it on my own. Didn't need anybody. Didn't need anybody's help. Was very prideful in that aspect to where I didn't reach out for anybody's help. Right? It was I felt unmanly to ask for somebody's help. Right? I felt unmanly to say, hey man, I feel weak. I feel broken. I feel down. Right? Unmanly. Kind of wrong. Okay? It's not unmanly to feel weak. It's not unmanly to feel that you need help, right? I mean, that's what we're here for. We're here to help each other. Um, and that's something that I'm starting to gain today, faith, right? And I've literally dove into this head first, man, and I've dove into this with open arms and an open mind and open eyes, and I'm trying to see and hear and intake as much as I can to be able to learn and to be able to, at the same time that I'm learning, through these videos, kind of show you guys the progressions. And I don't know if I don't notice it, but I don't know if you guys noticed from the beginning of the first video to this video that I'm posting right now, but the attitude, the aura that's changing. I mean, I've heard a couple people tell me, my girlfriend told me, that she's seen a big change inside of me or in me, and I feel it. I do. I feel the change. I feel it. I feel a lot less stronger. I mean, a lot more stronger. I feel a lot more stronger, a lot less, worried or scared about things. Now that I've turned my life over and given my worries and my frustrations over to God and allowing Him to help me with things. And again, even though that I'm handing my life over and giving Him my worries, I'm still putting in the work, right? I still firmly believe that God has all of us, man. He has a lot of work, man. He has a lot of things to do, and if we just sit here and wait for God to work His miracles and work His magic on us, man, we're gonna be waiting for a long time, and then we're gonna get frustrated because it's not happening for us. And it's you got to work too, man. You have to put in that work. You have to put in that action. You know, um, you have to build that will. You have to build that strength. You have to make that whatever sacrifice you need to make to be able to get to where you need to go, right? And go in the direction that God's pointing to us, right? But again, faith is something that I'm starting to gain, and I can honestly say right now at this moment, man, my faith is strong. And pretty much anytime somebody talks to me about their worries or somebody tells me that they feel a certain way, man, the first thing I say is, man, get closer to God. It's working for me. It's helping me out. And it's giving me an understanding of things that I've never saw before. It's giving me such such a great feeling about the approach of things now. You know. But anyway, going back to this, faith in action. Faith in action. Just if you don't have both, you can't continue to go forward, right? If you have action, no faith, you'll be stuck in the situation I was in, right? Like I said, I have a lot of action. I had a lot of action, no faith. And I felt alone. I felt like nobody was able to help me. I didn't allow anybody to help me. I just felt stuck, right? Unhappy. No matter how many accomplishments I had, I just felt unhappy, right? No matter how many people I made laugh or how many people's days I made happy or fulfilled, I always felt sad. And that was because I think, right, in big part was a lot of action, no faith, right? And then a lot of people have a lot of faith and no action, right? And I think those people are the ones that continue to pray and to say, God, I need your help. God, I need your help. God, this is what I need. This is what I want. This is my pain. This is the healing that I need. Yet you don't make that effort to help and assist God in taking that first step to go to that direction that He needs you to go to, right? Again, faith, no action, all right? So I kind of want all of us to kind of think about that, and faith in action, and kind of look at the things that we kind of lack in, right? Maybe we have a little bit of faith and a little bit of action, and we need a little bit of help in both areas. Maybe we have a lot of faith and no action. We need help in that action area, or maybe we have, like me, right, a lot of action, no faith. We need help in the faith area, right? That's when you start to crack open a book, crack open the Bible, start reading into things, start looking into YouTube videos, or start talking to people that have a huge faith in God, because what do you do when you lack in something, right? That you feel that you need to work on is you go to the people that you feel that you see that are great in that area, right? So the thing that I would reach out to was the people that know about the Bible, the people that read the Bible on a consistent basis, and the people that talk about God, right? Church, pastors, friends, and family, right? So I urge you guys, this week or the next couple of days, just kind of take a step back, analyze yourself and the progress that you need to make, and figure out where you need help and what areas you need help in, and then look out for people that can help you in those areas, right? Again, God bless you guys. I appreciate the support, appreciate your guys' help. I've gotten a lot of positive feedback in my last video. Please continue to provide feedback and links to any of those videos or anything that you guys want me to look into, and I'll be happy to look into it. Thanks again. I hope you guys have a blessed week. And I'm sorry for posting this a day late. Okay, sorry. All right, guys. Have a good one.